lobbying by delegation, which means you'll be leading the team of folks into the General Assembly.
It's a wonderful thing to see happening, all these Americans waking up and so many of them suddenly looking at their Second Amendment rights, something they may not have always considered before, and realizing this is a part of their liberty. This is a cornerstone of it in the very end.
It's important to be here today because if you call them up and say, I want you to do this for me, I want you to do that, you're just kind of a number. When you're standing in front of their desk and saying, this is me and I'm talking to you about my family and my rights and my purpose for being here, that speaks volumes compared to just a phone call or a letter.
The fact of the matter is, there's a lot of support for the Second Amendment out there, but we battle ignorance and fear. And somehow I think it's perfectly appropriate that on Martin Luther King Day, we come here because as citizen lobbyists, we're fighting ignorance and fear. Maybe not always successfully fighting it when we talk to the politicians up there, but that's what we're here to do. We're here to fight that ignorance and fear. And from that ignorance and fear comes gun control. Whether that gun control be targeting people because they're too dark to own a gun, whether it be because people are from the wrong ethnic background to own a gun, or whether it's just because they're afraid of freedom. Sometimes I think I understand them, and other times I'm pretty sure that I don't understand them at all. We must live in completely different worlds. Representing the law enforcement community, there's no question. Armed citizens stop crime and keep us all safe.
Nothing beats FaceTime with your representatives. They need to see you down here. That's why it is so important to come to Lobby Day.
I think it is absolutely imperative that we keep our right to bear arms and that we are aware of all of the bills that are going on in our state, and so that I can be more aware of everything that's going on and I can help that fight. I'm here because I wanted to see my senator and my delegate and tell them how I feel about all of the bills that are in the Senate, particularly the one about that teachers are allowed to carry and repealing the restaurant ban.
That's why we need to rally like we are here. This is important. This is sending a strong message. And hopefully that message will get out to some of the people, especially in the Senate, that are on the fence a lot. They need to get off the fence and they need to stand on our side of the fence. And we need to get some work done this year. We need to get the restaurant ban repealed. That needs to go. That's an atrocity that's been around since 1995.
I've learned a lot in the last few years. I've tried to understand the problems that my ancestors had in Soviet Union, how it was possible that they were stripped away from their property, from all of their rights. And that really made me reconsider my understanding of what guns are, that in the hands of law-abiding citizens, they are the best tool for protecting your liberty, your property, your life. And that's why I am now a gun owner, and I am actively telling people and telling my legislators to keep their hands away from my rights.
The most important thing you need to do is go in that building and go lobby your little hearts out. Talk to people, shake hands, and explain the importance of protecting our right to bear arms. And you make it very clear that you expect that senator and delegate to stand up for your rights. We've handed them a list of the various bills, the gun bills, that we want them to support or to oppose, and we need them to do it. Those in the Senate particularly, we need them to stand up with us, and if they're not going to stand with us and we don't see much use in them, and we'll need to replace them with somebody that will stand with us.
It should be painfully obvious to anyone who's watched the news over the past decade that the government at any level, federal, state, or local, simply cannot protect you as an individual. And so if the government cannot protect you and has no obligation to protect you, then the ultimate responsibility for your safety and your family's safety falls to yourself. So if you're responsible for your own safety and for your family's safety, then you need the tools to keep your family safe. I'm a member of the Virginia Citizens Defense League because it's the foremost organization within the state that is lobbying to protect our rights, to protect ourselves.
It's important for me to be here today because I get to meet with my delegate, my senator, my government representatives and get to express to them my beliefs, how I want them to vote. You can always call them or email them, but it's nothing like a personal discussion where it's face to face.
So we're going to have a battle in front of us. However, we've fought battles before and won them. And if they're going to put the odds against us, that's fine, because we're not going to walk away disenchanted. The more obstacles they put in front of us, the harder we're going to fight. The higher the wall, the higher